Again, a central tenet of in the medical field is informed consent, Sean. You don't withhold information about a condition a person has or a procedure they're about to go through. You give them all the available information that is appropriate and is possible to give them. What possible harm comes from a woman being told that she needs to be fully educated on the procedure, on what she is about to do, and an ultrasound? What a better way than to provide an ultrasound? Well, Governor Crist called it, quote, an inappropriate burden on women seeking an abortion, and that it would, quote, violate a woman's right to privacy. How absurd for a woman to have informed consent and have full disclosure that would somehow violate her right to privacy. I don't know what world Charlie Crist is living in, but that's not the world of reality.
No, it's not. And one of the other things that the bill, HB 1143, would have done, Matt, or will do now, apparently, is to allow the use of public funds for abortion. It's funny that after Crist hinted that he may veto this, a group of women who regretted their past abortions and wished that they had not taken those, tried to provide him with a book of personal testimony about this, and it didn't make any difference. It's funny that you should mention Ronald Reagan earlier, Matt. Recently, I was watching an old clip of him dealing with some very difficult information at a time when the country economically was floundering, and what he said when he took the camera was not what we typically hear today, that everything is good, everything's fine, no matter how I have to spin it, the news is always good. What he said was, I read the report, I didn't like it, you're not going to like it either, but here's what we have to do. It would be a breath of fresh air to find politicians, to find leaders rather than politicians that would stand up. If Crist is truly pro-life, then stand up. I mean, obviously he's not, but if he were, stand up and say it. And if you're not, don't pretend to be. Level with the American people. The American people aren't dumb. They're plenty able to handle your views, whatever they are, but shoot straight with them and then let them make a decision. You should be willing to live or die on what you actually believe rather than what the polls tell you you believe.
Well, yeah, but, Sean, Scripture tells us that evil loves darkness, and those who are engaged in evil scurry for the shadows. They want to hide in that darkness. And you mentioned this book of testimonies from women who regretted their abortions. If they had been given informed consent, full disclosure, but instead the multi-billion-dollar abortion lobby, they lie. They have to lie. They can't, as you point out, stand firm on their beliefs. They can't die on that hill, in defending a woman's, from what they perceive as a woman's unfettered right to slaughter her unborn child. They can't because they know that it's so appalling for people to see when they actually understand the reality that people will stand up against it. That's why they fear light. They fear truth. This ultrasound is the greatest tool, in the 4D ultrasound technology that we see, one of the greatest tools that we have in educating women about the reality of the life that grows within them. Planned Parenthood, NOW, NARAL. That's why these groups, if they had their way, 4D ultrasound would be banned, much less women being able to avail themselves of the technology so that they have full disclosure and understand that, in fact, they are about to take the life of the very child, their own offspring, that grows within them. Well, folks, at Liberty Counsel, we will die on that hill. We will stand firm in support of innocent human life. To see how you can join us in this fight, go to lc.org.
You have been listening to Matt Staver of Liberty Counsel. Our hope is to encourage and inspire you to stand up for your faith, family, and freedoms. We can accomplish a lot when we work together. Get informed and get involved today. Sign up for our free monthly newsletter, The Liberator. We will send it out to you free of charge. Stay informed with our Liberty Alert email update. Just click on the website at www.lc.org or call us at 1-800-671-1776. Tune in next time to learn more about your rights right here on Faith and Freedom.